So we will start our self-introduction. Okay, this is Sakamoto, the caretaker of this session, belong to Nara Machizukuri Center. Okay, Iwai-san, please.
My name is Ichiro Iwai from Nara Machizukuri Center. We are planning to go to Seoul, Korea again in August. We hope to visit many historical places in Korea, including your place, Ikson-dong. Thank you.
Thank you. Taro-san, please.
Hi, this is Taro Machino from Nara Machizukuri Center. This time I would like to go to hello, Mr. Kyungtaek. This time I would like to go to Korea together from the 24th until the 27th of August. No, September wasn't it? August was September. どっちでしたっけ? August ね?
August.
August.
Okay, thank you. Then Mr. Brit Kayan, please.
Hello, everyone.
Hello.
Very nice to see all of you. Yeah, I'm Brit Kayan from University of Malaya, based in Kuala Lumpur. But I'm joining now is from Penang because I got a site visit over here, bring my PhD students.
Okay.
So I'm looking forward to hear from Mr. Lee with regard to the preservations. There's a case study, I think, in Seoul, Korea. So again, thanks so much to see you all again, and then hopefully to get something new from the presentation today. Okay, thank you.
Thank you, Brit. Hasegawa-san, please.
Hi, nice to meet you, everybody, and Gyondeku, nice to meet you again. Yeah, I'm happy to meet this presentation. I'm from Nara Machizukuri Center. Thank you.
Thank you, Hasegawa-san. Ueshima-san? Ueshima-san? Oh, Ueshima-san, can you please?
取り込み中でして、ちょっと話してます。すいません。コンテクさんによろしく。
はい、わかりました。Okay. From Mr. Uejima, best regard to you, Mr. Kyungtaek. Okay. So shall we start today's session or the presentation by Mr. Kyungtaek? Kyungtaek, please start your presentation from your self-introduction, please.
Is this open?
Yes.
Okay.
I can see your shared document.
Is this good?
Yes.
Okay. Yeah, actually, I haven't talked about this topic at the last symposium in Nepal. Yeah, and then after that, I and Mr. Sakamoto discussed about the next theme, and then yeah, I just decide this theme again, and then now I have some kinds of the more opinion of this project, and then added some more pictures. Yeah, this is Kyungtaek Lee, and then I have I'm an architect in Seoul in Korea. Name is aour, AOUR, means architecture over urbanism. And then I also work in Kim Soo-kun Foundation as a director. And then I made an archive about Mr. Kim Soo-kun, and now I prepared about his book now until 2026. Yeah. And I would like to introduce the various heritage occurring in Seoul City today. Yeah, Ikson-dong is located in the core area within 4 great gates, surrounded by the Changdeok-gung Palace, which was used as the main palace of Joseon for 261 years. Geographically, it's located in the exact center of Jongno-gu. As you know, the Jongno-gu has many old town. For example, Bukchon or Ikseondong and Seocheon also. Yeah, the area around Ikseondong, which was the center of the politics and the administration during the Joseon Dynasty, was a major commercial area during the Japanese colonial period. And in 1970, the entire downtown area was designated as a commercial area under the Seoul Metropolitan Government's urban planning, and various industries linked to traditional culture were established. And the Ikseondong modern Hanok residential area is the only planned residential area formed before 1936, before the Gyeongsang Urban Planning Ordinance was applied. Gyeongsang was name was Gyeongsang is before Seoul name, Japanese period, colonial period. And the only Hanok residential area to which the 1920 Gyeongsang urban plan was applied. Yeah, considering that this order, which may be mature in postmodern urban planning, was achieved in Gyeongsang in the early 1930s, when the concept of the modern city had not yet been established. The development of land in Ikseondong appears to have been very pioneering. This map is very unique. It's a map of the Gyeongsang is 1936. Yeah, this area is Ikseondong. This is the Gyeongbokgung and Gyeongbokgung. Yeah, this is the Ikseondong and this is the Gyeongbokgung. This is the Jongmyo. This is the Changgak Palace. As Bukchon is here. Ikseondong, to be exact, 166 Ikseondong Jongno-gu Seoul was once mentioned called Nugungdong, owned by Lee Ha-seung, a relative of the Joseon royal family. Jung Se-kwon purchased this land in the 1920s, divided the land, and then developed several hanok on it. Yeah, this is original is the site, and then Mr. Jung Se-kwon and divided the land and then built a Korean traditional house. Yeah, the road of the Ikseondong have almost a straight road A and B and C, extending in the north-south and direction. And the road D is east and west direction is formed where this road meet. Road A in the north-south direction is 2.8 meter, and B is 2.8 meter, C is 2.3 meter. And the road D is in the east and west direction is 2.6 meter. As shown in the diagram, road A, B, C, and D almost constant width. Yeah, this is recently photo of Ikseondong. This is Seon Sanga, very huge architect in Seoul. Yeah, currently Ikseondong is a commercial area with about 330 restaurants, service business, and wholesale retail shops. And many people are looking for a unique shop that have been renovated from traditional Korean houses. Ikseondong was a place that people rarely visited until just a few years ago. It was designated as a maintenance area in 2004, and redevelopment was promoted. But it was in 2014 when the Redevelopment Association establishment committee was dissolved. Since then, various shops such as cafe and vintage shops in a renovated Hanok have opened, and the commercial district has become active, making a popular attraction for many people. This green is commercial, and then you can see orange is a guest house, and red is a residence. The research on the commercial Hanok in Iksan-dong can be summarized as follows. First, as the use of Hanok changed, the facade changed, and the materials and the composition changed. As of finishing materials, the use of glass increased, and the three-tier compositions of facade disappears or became ambiguous. This is old facade. This is a new facade. Attached to those glasses. This is a typical plan of Hanok. Second, the change in the floor plan occurred as a result of the changes in use, with the pillar being removed and moved to make the yard indoors or expand the space. Due to these changes in the floor plan, the hierarchy of the chair and yard and the hierarchy of each room disappeared and were integrated. So far we have a look at the various changes in Hanok due to change in the use of the urban Hanok in Iksan-dong. I think this phenomenon in Iksan-dong is closer to spontaneous evolution than policy preservation. Through this, we hope that basic data will be used to identify the target of Hanok conservation, and that it will serve as an opportunity to share various thoughts and opinions of the sustainability of Hanok. This is the old Hanok, and then now we open the old facade and then put the glasses. And then some Hanoks are used by a cafe. And then the weekend was many people visit in Iksan-dong now. So this is the issue of regarding the Iksan-dong Hanok preservation and district. And this was my topic. What does heritage mean to us? As you know, this is the what I mentioned, Seoul Sangha, designed by the Mr. Kim Soo-geun. It's almost 4 kilometers buildings, a very mega structure. This is a question I had while preparing for these lectures. Perhaps Hanok should be maintenance in the name of the retro. The Bukchon Cultural Forum, which participated in the first symposium in Penang, can no longer continue its activity for several reasons. There will be significant participations at budget and real estate value. I think each country should be approached with different standards. As you know, Seoul experienced the very huge Korean War, and the city itself covered with ruins. As ground zero. Many buildings are still demolished and rebuilt for development reasons. It's very unfortunate that real estate value tends to be more important in this process. And then now new Seoul mayor, Mr. Oh Se-hoon, wants more change. And then he invited many foreign architects. And then, for example, Hathaway is from England. BIK is from Denmark. Yeah, they made just rendering city. He's Mr. Kim Soo-gun, and was born 1931 till passed away in 1986. He designed a lot of the architect in Korea and abroad. Yeah, he's a very famous architect and then modern architect in Korea. And then he also is designed by the Jamsil Olympic Stadium. Yeah, this is the space group building. As you know, so Mr. Ichiro also is a visit and this building. Yeah, among them, as you know, it's Mr. Kenneth Frampton. He teaches the Columbia University, and then he made a lot of the books. The most famous book is Modern Architect. He mentioned about Mr. Kim Soo-gun's works. Yeah, the space building was only the beginning of the Kim's mastery of medium rise built from in very variably composed of the rhythmically arranged and articulated brick masses set on concrete frame. This is the original photo of space group building. All pictures is photographer was Osamu Murai. He was a very famous photographer in Japan. Yeah, this is my conclusion, maybe. I just forgot. Yeah, sorry. In Korea, the cultural heritage administration recognizes the building built more than 50 years ago as a cultural asset. Of course, it can be designated as an emergency situation, and the space group building is such an example. In 2012, space group faced the risk of the bankruptcy, and the real estate was put up for sale. If a developer had purchased the building, it would have been demolished. The Kim Soo-gun Foundation is where I work, which belong to has made many efforts to preserve this architect. And then fortunately it is now well known as art museum, it's Arario Museum. I think preserve the work of architect is also a very important issue. This included not only building, but also many other materials such as drawings, text, and sketches. Fortunately, 2015, I visited Architect Foundation located around Europe, Le Corbusier, Giuliano, and Miss Van der Rohe. I think that architectural archive work is also a legacy for us in other sense. I think this is something that not only Korean, but also Japan, where Arata Isozaki and Maki Humiko passed away recently, and many Asian countries should think about. Yeah, preserve the future. In Seoul, you can actually discover industrial heritage on a large scale that is not easily seen in other cities. I think that for us today, architectural heritage goes beyond the traditional architects and means the work of the regeneration and preserving traces that may be lost amid rapid development. Yeah, this is a water purification facility turned into a park. Oil storage turned into a culture facility. It was oil storage. Now it used to be its cultural center. This was water purification facility. Now it was also used to be a park designed by the Mr. Jo Song-yo. Yeah, Seoul is undergoing new changes after the coronavirus. It is a process, the old and the new harmonize. More effort and time are needed to ensure that this architecture can become a heritage in the distant future to preserve it. Yeah, this is the last picture. The last slide is an office building I designed and currently under construction, almost finished. It's located in the area called Yongsan. It's a center of Seoul. And since the president, Mr. Yoon, moved his office to this area since last 2 years, security has become more complicated. Yeah, this is my last slide, and then thanks for listening. Thank you.
Okay, thank you, Ms. Tech.
Yeah.
Now we'll have our question and answer session.
Yeah.
So concerning the definition of cultural heritage, do you have any concrete idea yourself? Say, as a system or Korean system, more than 50 years old, the buildings can be cultural heritage.
Yeah, right.
Yeah. Do you think, is it good enough?
I think good enough because, as I mentioned, we had a very huge Korean wall, and then that time all buildings demolished. It was as soon as 1950. So unfortunately, we have a few traditional architects in Seoul. So I think 50 years is enough.
I see. Another question, say, of course, Korea is very old country, so you have very old heritage. Say, let's say 500 years ago, 500 years old. Then comparing the heritage of 500 years old and 50 years old, do you have, do you think if there are any kind of hierarchy, the older, the more important? Do you think older one is more important than less older one? Well, what do you think?
Actually, we have a very old heritage in Gyeongju. Gyeongju's Bulguksa, or some kinds of the very old temple is over 50 years. Yeah, like with Nara temple.
Yeah.
And then actually we should study and we should make a research about how do we preserve our old temple was old heritage architect. I just very surprised when I visited Nepal, and then as you know, we have been we have been visited a lot of the heritage, and they made some manual or how do they make the preserve old heritage. So as you mentioned, we it's over 500 heritage is very important, and then and then actually we have we should make the more policy about the heritage, because as I mentioned, we have a few heritage in Korea or no in Seoul. Yeah. So how do we make the policy, and how do we make the preservation about architect? So I think the policies are very important to us now.
Okay, thank you. Here is a question from Mr. Yuai concerning who is managing the whole Ixondong. Mr. Yuai, can you please ask your question?
10 years ago, there was a Pukchon Cultural Forum in Pukchon, your group. And my question is that about Ixondong. Do you have any NPOs or citizens organization to manage this area, Ixondong or Pukchon now?
Yeah. Unfortunately, we don't have Ixondong also don't have NPO more, because it's I think same condition with Pukchon Pukchon Culture Forum, because as you know, the Pukchon Culture Forum, especially the people who lives in the Pukchon, but Ixondong just they just rent. So I think that this is a difficult condition, and then also they don't have any NPO.
Who manages the area of Ixondong? The Seoul city government or private companies?
No, it's a private company.
Developers.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Thank you.
I see. Any other questions? Mr. Tech, can you show us the picture of titled Economy Choson? Do you remember? It's a kind of photograph or a picture, a rendering picture of the Ixondong area. Can you share? Can you share the presentation again?
Okay.
PowerPoint.
Okay.
On the first picture of the area Ixondong, I can see down, a bit down. それぐらいかな。Little bit down. Maybe next one. Okay, here, this one. No. Yeah. I can see very old-fashioned roofing. Some of the roof tiles are, yeah.
Yeah, this is old-fashioned roof.
Yeah. So how old is this building, the oldest one?
Oldest maybe that's right. This Hanok put Mr. Chang Se-kwon. He also put many Hanoks in Bukchon. And then sorry. I think this building was also after Korean. No. Sorry. That's right. Yeah, that's 1920.
1920.
Yeah.
Just 100 years old.
About, yeah, 100 years ago. Yeah.
I see, I see. And I think this from bird's eye view, I think this town, Ixondon, is very beautiful because all the buildings are first story, very low rise.
Yeah. Low rise.
Could you tell me something about the building code? Is there any, say, regulations forced by the government that the height of the building should be less than 7 meter or 8 meter, or all the buildings should have a traditional roof?
Yeah,
Yeah.
actually, we don't have a height of the building in a traditional Korean house, but we have just it's stories. Because the second floor is it could not call the hanok. Yeah, just called it it's first floor. Or hanok, yeah, first floor.
So why all of the shop owners they built Hanon, not a high-rise building? Technically, they can build a 3, 4, even 5-storied building. Can they? But nobody do that.
Yeah. Right.
Why? Because of the regulation.
Yeah, regulation. And then many is in Gangwon-do. Yeah, it's 5 or 6 or 7 floors is Hanok. Traditional Hanok hotel. They were, but it's just a modern architect. It's not Hanok.
Oh, I see.
It's not a technical issue. It's just a regulation.
Okay. Can you show me the land use map? Residence shop, the colored, blue color, red color. Yeah, this one. Say, I do want to visit Ixondon one day. Say, could you tell me how to enjoy this Ixondon? You can stay overnight here. You can drink. You can have a lunch or a dinner. And could you tell me how people enjoy this area? Because I heard this Ixondon is very popular.
Yeah.
Among especially young people. And how do they enjoy this area?
Actually, this is a little bit different with Bukchon, because Bukchon is typical as a residence. Yeah, so after 6 p.m., maybe many tourists that go out. But this area is totally different because it's just a whole building used commercial, not residence. So after 6 or after 10, they can enjoy it.
After 10? Oh.
Yeah.
Oh, I see. And how big is each shops? For example, can I have a big party with 50 participants, 100 participants in one restaurant?
Yeah.
Or just a small restaurants?
Yeah, just small restaurant.
Small restaurant.
Yeah, very small.
And foods are expensive or cheap?
Sorry?
How about the prices?
Price?
Yeah, price of the food.
This is normal, not expensive.
But this is the center of the Seoul city.
Yeah, right.
So it could be very expensive, but it's
not
normal.
Expensive, yeah.
The
most of expensive bar and restaurant is in Gangnam.
Gangnam. It's famous. I see.
Gangnam, and now it's Seongsu-dong. what I mentioned.
So even poorer people can go Iksondong and enjoy their night.
Yeah, right.
Oh, I see, I see. Okay, thank you. Any other questions, participant? Taro-san?
Some residents still live in this area. Is this now? Is this a perfect commercial area, or some people live there now?
Sorry.
Some people live there now in this area.
Yeah,
Still
right.
live there now.
Yeah.
And
Still.
many tourists come to this area every day.
Yeah, every
And
day.
do you have any over tourism problems in this area between residents and tourists?
Yeah, actually, it's Bukchon have some kinds of the rules of
I know that.
yeah, and the people who lives in Bukchon and then with and who visit in Bukchon, and then as I mentioned, after 6 p.m. and they should go out. But the Ikson they don't have any regulation.
Okay, okay. Thank you.
Mr. Brit Kayan, here is another question from Mr. Brit Kayan of Malaysia. Brit, are you available? Let me read his question. Many thanks to very insightful of Mr. Lee presentation on the effort of presentation of Ikson. I just want to know on Korean perspective in future sustainable historic development approach or informed decision despite being got input by the foreign expert. A bit difficult. Further to this, how would the informed decision is aligned, aspired by sustainable, I see. Is there any, say, a sustainable development goal, SDG, connected to the preservation of this area? Oh, this is very difficult question, huh?
Sorry. I just disconnected.
Can you see the chat?
Chat
text written by Mr. Britt.
Brick? You mentioned Brick?
Mr. Britt. Mr. Britt Kayan.
Mr. Brick Kayan.
Yeah, he wrote down a question.
Okay. Okay.
I think one question is sustainable development goals, SDGs. Say, for example, about energy consumption of Ikson.
Okay. Sustainable development goals. Okay. Seoul Metro government also have this part sustainable or and Ikson-dong and Bukchon over is 100 old town. They should preserve and then some part is make the budget to preserve the building and heritage, and then.
I see. So this is a historic preservation area.
Yeah, right.
I see. So if you preserve your buildings, the government will say compensate something, or say for the renovation or for the maintenance, the city government will allocate some budget.
Yeah, right. They have. They make.
Say another aspect of Mr. Brick question is informed decision. Informed decision. Even though this is a preserved area designated by the city government, okay, say people are happy with the regulation, the building code. There are very strict regulation, maybe. You cannot demolish your house and build very new buildings.
Yeah, right. Over 50s, and then the administration of is some kinds of the preserve heritage we have. Yeah, and then they make a rule, and then after that they visited the architects. Yeah, over 50, and then they decide. And after that, and then they make some budget, and then support to the buildings.
I see. Say, not only in Japan, but also in another countries, there are very, say, bad merchant or business persons. Say, once the heritage area became popular, many people are visiting. Okay, so if you are a business person, you want to get more and more money. In order to get more money and profit, some bad merchant demolish traditional building and make very new buildings.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, for their business purpose. So in this aspect, the business person in this area, they are happy with the regulation or constraints. Do they want to demolish their area, their buildings, and build much more profitable buildings?
Yeah, actually, it's depends on policy. Because as I mentioned, there's now mayor of Seoul, yeah, Mr. Oh, yeah, he wants very new. Yeah, and then he demolished the old towns, and then demolished is as I mentioned, the surrounded Seonsanga. Yeah, the town nearby the Seonsanga is a very old town. So many shops, it's mechanical shops in there. Now, Mr. O demolished that area and make the high-rise building. It depends on the policy.
Oh, I see.
That
Yeah, for example, my town, Imaicho, is a heritage town and designated by the central government. And in order to get the consensus of the resident, city government hold a meeting with a local resident once or twice a year, so that if the local resident of this heritage area are happy with the preservation policy or not. Ixondon, do they have this kind of meeting with the government or city government?
Yeah, maybe I think Ixondon was preserved for a long time because they have a very old houses in there. As I mentioned, the 1920s. Maybe Seoul Metro government also, this area of preserved.
I see.
Like the Bukchon.
Okay. Any other questions?
Hello.
Hello.
Hi.
Yes.
Well, I was thinking that for the Korean students, are there any tours for like a half-day tours in Iksandon for the study tour or experiencing like teaching the heritage of Korean culture, old buildings and stuff? For not the international tourists, but for domestic Korean students for Iksandon.
For example, you mean recommended Iksandon area?
Iksandon area. Do Korean students can study some some kind of working tour in Iksandon for the Korean culture and heritage, because it's very important for the local people, right? So, is there any tours?
Yeah.
Like a local schools go there, organize like a school trip.
Actually, so Ikson don't have a lot of the sightseeing. For example, Nagwon Sanga is famous of the music instruments. Yeah, Mr. Taro also is like there. Yeah, they whole building is food is guitar, or bass, or some kinds of the music instrument, and then nearby Isongdo the park is in there. It's so many. It's a Korean old people. Yeah, gathering in there, and then they spend their own time. This is very old contents, and then I said it's Nagon Sanga is very young contents. Yeah, and then they mix it in the Iksango.
So about I was like, I wanted to know about these kids in the younger generation can have opportunity to study about the Iksandon culture, like walking around, and do they teach the history of Iksandon in the schools around?
We don't have any educational program about the Iksangon now.
Yeah, because I think it's important for local kids when they grow up, they can talk about their own, buildings and culture. But now I see lots of commercial
Yeah,
area.
right.
It's like a shops, cafes, and it's new. Yeah.
Yeah, right.
But it's been like renovated to new, but it had the old historical value so that kids can learn from it. Yeah, that's what I thought. Which can keep teaching kids for the next generations, and
Yeah.
knowing Korean, valuing Korean its own history, and then more they have more pride in Korean, Korean, how do you say, like history and all this. Then they have more opportunity, chances to study more about their own culture.
Yeah, right.
Okay.
Okay. Mr. Tech, I'd like to ask you some question about Kim So-gwen.
Yeah.
Say, for example, we have among the Japanese architects, there were Kenzo Tange.
Kenzo Tange.
Yeah. For example, his buildings include Olympic Stadium. No, not the stadium. Yoyogi Olympic facilities. And when I was say student of building department at the university, we discussed a lot about Le Corbusier, Frank Lloyd Wright, and Miss van der Rohe, but their buildings are not so old, maybe less than 100 years old. But say these buildings attracted us, attracted students very much. And many students even go and visit to see these masterpieces. But the attitude of the ordinary people, not the architect or not the architecture student, are very different. Then my question is how the ordinary people, citizen of Seoul, appreciate or not appreciate Kim So-gen's his buildings. Is it very famous?
Yeah, he's very famous. I think actually 2016, 2015. Fortunately, I have make a chance interview with Izosaki Arata in Tokyo.
Oh.
So well, he said Mr. Kim Soo-gun was very same condition with the Dange Genjo. Because after Korean War, as I mentioned, the Korean was ground zero. It's he built a lot of the architecture in Korea and Seoul. It's like the Mr. Dange Genjo. Yeah, Dange Genjo also have the very huge master plan. Yeah, for example, Tokyo Bay. Yeah, in Mr. Kim Soo-gun also very huge master plan. They design, he designed as called it as Yeouido. Yeah, after that, now actually we had a symposium in our foundation yesterday. How do we preserve the Olympic Stadium? Olympic Stadium also built in 1986 before the Korean Seoul Olympic 88. Yeah, now it's also over almost 40 years. Now, actually, Seoul Metro government also prepared the Seoul Olympic again, 2036.
Yeah.
So yeah, so yeah, as you know, Tokyo also have many problem about the stadium, right? Yeah. So back to your question. Yeah. So many Korean people who studied architect or who did not study architect also like the Mr. Kim Soo-gun's building. Yeah, it's the first favorite is the space building, space group building, and the secondly is church, Gyeongdong Church. It's also a very famous building in Korea.
Christian church.
Yeah, Christian church.
I see. It's very interesting. Did he teach at the university? Kim So-gun. Kim So-gun. How do I pronounce his name?
Kim Soo-gun.
Kim Soo-gun.
Yeah,
Kim
yeah,
Soo-gun.
Yeah, he also studied in Tokyo Geijutsu. Tokyo Geijutsu is he in that time his professor was Yoshimura Junjo. After that, he go to the went to the Tokyo University, and then the professor was Takayama Eika.
Takayama?
Eika.
Eika. Hi.
Eika.
I see.
Actually, he's same age with Isozaki Arata. So Isozaki Arata was in the Dage Genjo lab. Mr. Kim Soo-gun, was in Takayama Eika lab.
I see. So he used to be very interested in urban planning also.
Yeah, right. And then he designed, as I mentioned, the Olympic Stadium, and then he designed the master plan of the whole facility of the Olympic.
I see. Okay.
Actually, he spent a lot of the younger time in Bukchon.
Younger time?
When he was in middle school and high school, he lived at Bukchon.
I see. So he was interested in historic preservation also.
Yeah, right. So many he's a famous architect used to be is brick.
Brick, yeah. Concerning the brick, I have a question. Do Korean buildings, do you have a brick tradition? In Japan, we don't.
Actually, it's Korean. Actually, it's a brick material. Is so many. Is a world material. But Mr. Kim Soo-gun used to be. It's a brick is made by hand, and then the size is very handy. So because he wants to be the human scale in architects. So it's a very unique unique language in his architect, and then all languages is in the space group building.
Did he use massive bricks or brick tiles? Brick tile,
No,
just
just brick.
surface finishing? Massive.
Yeah, right.
I see. Very interesting.
So his of famous architects used to be red brick, but space group building is used to be black brick because of this. As I showed, Korean traditional hanok's roof is all black. So he wants to harmony with other.
I see. Participant, don't you have any other questions?
そうか。
長谷川さん。
はい。長谷川です。ちょっと日本語ですいません。してほしいんですけど、若い人たちがたくさん、人気になってるっていうのは、空間が面白いのか、なんか、この古いものの中に新しいのが入ってるデザイン的なところが面白いのか、どういうところがすごく若者たちに人気が出てるのかっていう理由が、改めて教えてほしいのと、もう一つは二つ目の質問ですけど、そういう何かデザイン的なものとか空間的なもののこの良さ、この、古い地区の良さっていうのが、新しい何か、新築の建物とかに応用されたりしてるのっていうのは、起きてるのか、そういう事例があるのか、その、二つがお聞きしたいです。
Is it focused on Ixondo?
Yeah, Ixondo. Yeah.
そうですね。
Ixondo. Yeah. Why Ixondo is popular among young people? What's what's the reason why younger people
Ixondo
like
is maybe actually it's Korean or I don't know, it's a Japanese also. Many young people like it as retro something. As I mentioned before this lecture, I talked with to the Mr. Ichiro. Yeah, yeah. I don't know why many Korean people like the Japanese is retro music. For example, Matsuda Seiko's blue something. Yeah, because I don't know. Yeah. So now it's Korean. It's young people. Visited very as the oldest street and they make some photo and tasted some kinds of the very traditional food. Yeah, I think this is just a trend.
Okay, and another question is if the say traditional building design have influence to the new modern buildings. For example, Kim So-geun, he applied say black bricks to the new buildings. This is just an example. Is there any other cases that say modern building has some aspect of historic buildings?
Actually, it's 近代の建築物は、韓国であるので、the building also covered this brick. As you know, we have 近代の建築物はたくさんあります、ソウルでは。
私が聞きたいのは、その関屋の、特徴的な、壁とか屋根とか、素材のデザイン的な、韓国のデザインが、より近代的な、現代的な建物で、作り直され 再生産されているというか、特徴を、モダニズムじゃなくて、もうちょっと、あの、あのトラディショナルなデザインを組み入れたような建物っていうのが、新しく作られているのかどうか。
Yeah, I think this is a very difficult question. Yeah, you mentioned how do we divide this modern or right?
うん。モダン
Yeah,
トラディションな。
yeah. After Korean War, Mr. Kim Soo-geun used to be his exposure concrete. Yeah, also is the exposure concrete as many international architect used to be. And then after that, Mr. Kim Soo-geun also used to concrete. After then, he wanted to find what is the typical Korean, traditional Korean architect. And then he visited a lot of the Korean temple. And then, after then, he started use the brick. But this is not a standard to divide the modern architect.
うん。
Maybe Miss Hasegawa's question is that what influence, because are there any newly built architecture in Ikson-dong with modern design and with modern materials? Or,
Okay.
and that is his question.
I understand. Sorry. Yeah, Ixondong also they wanna if they want they also change the facade. But I don't know why don't they change the facade? Yeah, this is not not restrict.
はい、ありがとうございました。Thank you very much.
Any other questions?
すいません。遅れましてすいません。はいはい。全然、今日の話は、車の中で何も聞いてませんので、全然わかりません。一つね、質問が、全く別の質問なんですけども、この前、Facebook で、クンテクさんの、設計の、ビルディングがあったんですけども、あれが相当スパンが、飛んでいる建物だったんですけどね。あれは、ね、ああいう構造が可能なんですね、ということをちょっとお聞きしたいです。
鉄骨
鉄骨ですね。はい。相当スパンが飛んでましたね。ロングスパン。
ヨンテクさんわかりますか？
わかります。
Please translate into English for Mr. Britt.
Okay. So, Mr. Ueshima's question, he found in the Facebook of Mr. Kyungtaek building information. And that building has a very long span roof, maybe, or beam. Beam?
ビン。相当な回数があるんだけども。
It is a very long, big span. So how is it possible, technically? And this is his question.
Yeah, actually, the building what I designed, actually, they do not have any columns. Yeah. And then we just use the steel structure, not concrete, just steel. And then very huge bow means I don't know. Yeah, sorry.
How big is the span? Yeah.
ラーメンとしては20メートルは飛んでたと思うんです。
More than 20 meter?
ラーメン。
Is it in Seoul?
まあ、ちょっと。
針 is very.
Beam, yes.
今の話で言うと、細かいコラムが、要するにポストが入ってるんですよね。自重を支えるためのポストが入ってると。ラーメンとしては20メートル飛んでるけども、 事業を支えるためのコストは入ってるという、そういう
はい。
説明ですね。はい。はい、了解です。すいません。申し訳ない。
はい、大丈夫です。
全
8
然
月で、8月でソウルでいた時では、僕一緒にこのビルで、はい、行きます。
あ、そうですか。あり
네.
がとう。
Yontek-san, Korean building code, does it have any earthquake related code?
いや、
I see,
内陣設計。
地震、
地震ためにも、
耐震設計、
はいはい
yes.
はい。We have also, it's very, we have a architectural law also. We have.
Oh, I see, I see. So you also expect a big earthquake
Yeah,
in
sure,
one day.
sure. Because of that, recently it's Pohang, yeah, south of Seoul. They had a little bit huge earthquake in there. Yeah. So yeah, we have also it's very strong regulation of against the earthquake.
I see, I see. Okay, thank you. Say you visited Patang,
Mhm.
and Patang, they also have a traditional, say, area. The downtown area is a very heritage town. Then the heritage town, the buildings are very closely connected to the local industry, traditional industry. For example, making Buddha statues. Say in this area of the center of the Ixondon, do
Mhm.
they have any shops
Mhm.
related to the traditional product or traditional food, traditional drinks?
Actually, it's Korean traditional drinks, all shops they sell. Makgeolli or soju. Yeah, this until now this is very popular. Yeah, popular is sake in Korea now. It's a food also. They have kimchi something or yeah, all kinds of shops that have sells Korean traditional food. Yes, but recently the Japanese food also. So many
I
shops
see.
started.
How about the traditional handicraft? Do they
Handcraft, yeah, also they sell.
sell?
Mhm.
What kind of handicraft do you have?
We have some kinds of the hangari.
Hanari?
Yeah, hangari is the hangari and some kinds of the dishes.
Uh-huh.
And then hanbok. Hanbok is the same thing with kimono.
Oh,
Mhm. So I think this is not a. I don't like this situation, but it means many foreign people who wearing hanbok
mm.
visit visit old palace is free.
Oh,
Yeah, but the hanbok is just a rental. Rental hanbok is made by the China.
wow.
Yeah, this is very as a commercial hanbok.
I see.
Yeah,
Oh,
they
but
just rent.
it's very interesting. If you if you wear a traditional dress, the entrance fee is free.
Enters what?
Entrance fee to the palace is free.
Yeah, free.
Oh,
If they are wearing the hanbok,
oh.
it's free.
Hanbok is available for boys and girls, both.
Both.
Oh,
hmm
I
hmm
see.
hmm
Okay, interesting. Oh, okay. Oh. So did you say there are 300 shops in the Ixondon?
Yeah, Ixondo,
Oh,
300 shops.
I
It's
see.
yeah, kinds of commercial, as they say, so vintage something or some food or car. Yeah, alcohol also.
Oh, so it takes 1 to 3 weeks to visit all the shops.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Okay, any other questions? Okay, if not, shall we close our session? Or not only question, but also comment. Hmm. So, Mr. Gyontek, do you have any final word or comment?
Final mention, you mean?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. Unfortunately, I just prepare this lecture. It's about Iksondo, what I mentioned in Nepal. So if I have other chance to this lecture, I wanna prepare something about the Songsudo, because now recently I started research about the Songsudo. Songsudo is a very most famous district in Seoul now, because the Songsudo was a factory. It make the shoes and make leather goods. So it's made so many craft men lived in there, and then they have their own shop. But now it also has changed the commercial, and then now many Asian people who visit in Seoul, for example, Japanese, Chinese, all people visiting there. Yeah, very unique. Yeah. So yeah, and then next time I want to talk about the Songstone.
I see. Songstone, is it planned development or unplanned? Did anybody plan that situation?
Yeah. They just private companies in there.
I see.
Yeah. So many is the luxury shops in started they own shop in there.
I see. So it's commercially initiated.
Yeah, right.
New movement. Okay. Okay. Any final remarks? Okay, then shall we close our session? Okay. Thank you, Mr. Lee Gyontek. Okay, thank you. arigato.
감사합니다.
Okay, thank you.
See you in August.
8月でソウルで見ましょう。
はい。
はい、またお会いしましょう。
バイバイ。
ありがとうございます。
バイバイ。
Very good. お疲れさんです。
はい。野球場も見ましょう。
行きましょう。
野球場。
カプシラ。
はい、スケジュールがあったら、はい。スケジュールは僕ね、はい。連絡し、お願いします。
はい。じゃあどうも。
ありがとうございます。